Hello, and welcome to Your Money 2.0. I'm Christopher Viali, President and CEO of Cambridge Credit Counseling. Since the start of the recession in 2007, the Better Business Bureau reports that it has received more than 3,500 complaints regarding the debt settlement industry. This reinforces the unfortunate fact that many people who seek assistance from debt settlement companies never receive the services they so desperately require. Common among those complaints were stories of individuals who wound up deeper in debt or were faced with lawsuits for failure to make their scheduled payments. In an effort to protect consumers from unscrupulous debt settlement firms, the FTC recently introduced groundbreaking new rules to govern the industry's practices. In announcing the regulations, FTC's chairman, John Leibowitz, and Vice President Joe Biden noted that many debt settlement companies use a business model based on deceit, and they pledge to enforce these new rules aggressively. The FTC's goal is to rein in the debt settlement industry, which has lately been the subject of both undercover investigation and congressional hearings. A U.S. Government Accountability Office probe revealed that many settlement companies took large upfront fees, provided bad or inaccurate advice, and gained consumer confidence by falsely claiming that their success rate was as high as 100%. For many years, the nonprofit credit counseling community has been among the most vocal critics of abusive debt settlement practices. Several agencies, including Cambridge Credit Counseling, has provided written commentary during the FTC's fact-finding period that confirmed the agency's ultimate conclusions. So what will be changing? A good deal of the FTC's attention is focused on the advanced fees charged by many settlement companies. Those fees will be banned under the new rules. They state that any for-profit company selling its services via the telephone may not charge customer fees until it successfully renegotiates, settles, reduces, or otherwise changes the terms of at least one of the consumer's debts. This provision is scheduled to go into effect on October 27, 2010. The new FTC regulations also require that the debt settlement companies disclose how long it will take to get results, how much the process will cost, and any negative consequences that could arise. They'll also have to maintain any funds received toward the eventual settlement in an independent escrow account, controlled by the consumer. These provisions will go into effect 1 month earlier on September 27th. Obviously, the debt settlement companies are vigorously opposed to these changes, many of which run contrary to their current business models. But their arguments have been undermined by the questionable statistics, some outright fabrications that they themselves have published over the years, in hopes of satisfying regulatory suspicions and luring consumers to their services. Independent analysis of the data now reveals some disturbing truths. Among the exaggerations discovered were reports of the savings consumers had accomplished through their settlements. The FTC determined that 65% of those consumers who left debt settlement programs received no settlements whatsoever. Overall dropouts from debt settlement programs paid $55.6 million in fees while receiving just $58.1 million in settlement savings, in effect canceling out any relief these programs supposedly offered. The Federal Trade Commission emphasized that these figures do not include other costs typically associated with these debt settlement programs, such as creditor late fees, interest payments, and also tax liabilities. When you include these additional fees, the FTC concluded that the cost of using a debt settlement program far exceeds any potential benefits. Predictably, many within the industry have decried the FTC's ruling and said that it will likely mean that many debt settlement companies will be forced out of business. It is important to stress, however, that many legitimate debt settlement services will survive, and those agencies should remain available to assist consumers if their circumstances indicate that settlement is a reasonable option to consider. One thing that is certain is that we haven't heard the end of this, since the settlement industry will more than likely appeal the FTC's rulings. Beyond that, federal legislation introduced by Senator Charles Schumer will eventually be up for consideration. That proposed law would cap settlement enrollment fees at $50 and restrict the success fee to 5% of the amount the company is actually able to save the consumer. For more information on the damaging effects of debt settlement, please visit www.cambridgecredit.org to view our 3-part series, The Truth About Debt Settlement. Well, that's it for this edition. As always, we welcome your feedback and ask for your thoughts and suggestions by emailing us at yourmoney2@cambridgecredit.org. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm Christopher Viale for Cambridge Credit Counseling.